If you're thinking about getting a hand mixer for baking and you're overwhelmed by all the options out there, don't worry, because today I've got the 7 best ones available in Europe right now. I've done all the research so you don't have to spend hours comparing specs and reading through endless opinions. All the product links are down in the description. Let's dive in. We're kicking things off with the Philips 5000 series, model HR3741. And honestly, this mixer is fantastic for anyone who wants a solid balance between performance and everyday comfort. It runs a 450-watt motor that might sound modest on paper, but the internal efficiency is so well optimized that it squeezes more real power out of those watts than many 500-watt models that lose energy as heat. What truly sets it apart are the cone-shaped balloon beaters. Unlike traditional flat beaters that just push ingredients against the bowl walls, these create a conical vortex that pulls in significantly more air with every rotation, so you're whipping cream or getting stiff egg whites in noticeably less time. It has 5 speeds plus turbo, and speed 1 is genuinely gentle enough to start folding in flour without sending powder across your kitchen. Picture a lazy Sunday morning. You're making a lemon sponge cake for afternoon tea. You drop the ingredients into the bowl, start on low to incorporate the flour without any mess. Gradually ramp up, and within minutes you've got a perfectly aerated batter ready for the oven, all with barely any noise, because this Philips is one of the quietest mixers you'll find. The flat base lets you rest it upright on the counter without tipping, and that smooth underside means batter doesn't get trapped in hard-to-clean crevices. The only thing worth mentioning is the cone-shaped beaters need to be inserted in a specific left-right position, which takes a tiny bit of getting used to, but after 2 or 3 uses it becomes automatic. Now, if you need something far more compact and budget-friendly, the Elite Gourmet EHM003X is exactly that. It weighs under 1.5 pounds, remarkably light for an electric hand mixer. You can use it for extended periods without your arm getting tired, something especially appreciated by older users or anyone whipping large batches of cream. It comes with a snap-on transparent storage base that holds the beaters and the cord, so you never lose anything. The 5 speeds work brilliantly for liquid cake batters, whipped cream, custards, and vinaigrettes. It's designed for lighter recipes, so if your baking revolves around soft batters and you want to spend as little as possible, it delivers exactly what it promises. And now we get to the one that genuinely blows me away, the Bosch MFQ49300 Styline series. This is proper premium territory, and you feel it in every detail. What makes it absolutely unique are Bosch's fine creamer whisks. They have small stainless steel beads welded directly onto the wires, and when spinning at high speed, those beads create microzones of low pressure that literally pull air into the mixture rather than just folding it in. You get more volume with fewer ingredients in less time. Compared to the Philips, which is already very good at whipping, the Bosch does it faster and with a noticeably finer texture. The motor is seriously powerful and electronically governed to maintain stable RPM even under heavy loads. The stainless steel kneading hooks handle brioche or pretzel dough without breaking a sweat, and the 1.4-meter spiral cord keeps the cable from dragging through your workspace. Think about this. You're making a 3-tier birthday cake. You need to whip Swiss meringue, beat buttercream, and work fondant all in one afternoon. With the Bosch, you do everything without switching appliances. The fine creamer whisks do have small crevices where egg white can stick if you don't rinse them straight away, but pop them in the dishwasher and you're sorted. It doesn't come with a storage case, which feels like a slight miss at this price tier, though the quality more than makes up for it. If raw power for super dense batters is your thing, the Black + Decker BX-MX 500E is your mixer. 500 watts of serious motor, an anti-fingerprint stainless steel body that wipes clean in seconds, and the real star? The Helix beaters with a twisted spiral design coated in polymer that works like an auger, pulling the mixture inward instead of slapping it around. Outstanding for thick cream cheese straight from the fridge, chunky cookie doughs, and dense brownies that weigh a ton. It includes kneading hooks, a classic wire whisk, and a snap-on case that keeps everything organized. Compared to the Bosch, it doesn't have that delicate finesse for whipping meringues, but in return, it offers unstoppable force with heavy doughs that most models can't handle. The lowest speed starts with quite a bit of energy, so give your dry ingredients a few turns with a spatula before switching on. The cord is a bit short, but realistically, for how quickly you power through a dense batter, it's hardly an issue. What if your kitchen is tiny and every centimeter of drawer space matters? The Taurus Prima is exactly what you need. At 300 watts, it might sound underpowered, but the motor is internally geared to maximize rotational speed, making it surprisingly effective for whipping cream, egg whites, and light cake batters. The beaters measure 19 centimeters, slightly longer than average, letting you reach the bottom of deep bowls without dunking the motor housing into the mix. Imagine you're living in a small student flat. You want to make cupcakes on a Saturday morning without turning the kitchen into a disaster zone. You pull the Taurus out of the drawer where it barely takes up room, whip up the batter in 5 minutes on a speed one that's actually gentle, and put it away without fuss. For occasional weekend baking, it's unbeatable value for money. It's not built for marathon kneading sessions with heavy bread dough, but for what it's designed to do, it performs brilliantly. Moving on to the Secotech Power Twist 500, which comes in at 500 watts with a very competitive price tag. Plenty of muscle for sponge cakes, thick buttercream, and well-hydrated pizza dough. It ships with kneading hooks, standard beaters, and a single balloon whisk. Here's the trade-off. Because it includes just one balloon whisk instead of two, whipping large quantities of meringue takes a bit more patience than dual whisk models like the Noyer. The quick-out system for ejecting attachments is superb though. One press, and they pop out clean. Best approach is to start mixing dry ingredients by hand with a spatula and then let the mixer take over, since Speed 1 kicks in with quite a bit of force. Here's a neat trick. Pair it with the Secotech rotating bowl sold separately, and you essentially get a budget stand mixer for a fraction of the real thing. And we're closing with the Nouillet 500 watt, probably the most complete kit you'll find on the market. 2 flat beaters, 2 kneading hooks, 2 balloon whisks, a silicone spatula, an egg separator, and a vertical storage stand that keeps everything organized on your countertop. You open the box and start baking without needing a single extra thing. The motor features active ventilation that lets it run for 5 continuous minutes without overheating. Quite rare at this price point, where most mixers need a rest after 90 seconds. The dual whisks create a symmetrical vortex for even aeration, solving precisely the single whisk limitation the Secotech has. It weighs about 1 kilogram, comfortable for long sessions without straining your wrist. All that ventilation does make it a bit noisy at full power. It kind of sounds like a tiny drone trying to take off. But that noise is the price you pay for real active cooling at this budget. So let me break it down. If you want professional quality meringues and whipped creams, the Bosch Styline is the champion thanks to the fine creamer whisks. For dense doughs where you need brute force, the Black + Decker BXMX 500E won't flinch no matter how tough the mixture gets. If you want the most complete starter kit at the lowest price, the Nouillet gives you everything from scratch. For quiet operation and sleek design with great lighter baking performance, the Philips 5000 series is brilliant. In small kitchens where every centimeter counts, the Taurus Prima is compact, capable, and unbeatable on price. The Secotech Power Twist delivers serious power for very little money and grows with you if you add the rotating bowl. And the Elite Gourmet is perfect for the lightest, simplest option for soft batters. All the links are in the description. Pick the one that fits your life and get baking. If this helped, subscribe and tell me in the comments which one you went with.